Hey there, this is Matt once again, and welcome back to another ranting commentary. I've been having a lot of fun doing these. They don't get a lot of views or comments, but it's fun to just sit down and watch a bad film and see what pops out of my mouth. And it's also a fun way if anything gets you down during the day. Pop in a bad movie, just turn on a camera and talk and how shitty about it is, you believe me, you'll feel a lot better at the end of it. Trust me, you'll feel a lot better. Why I picked Chernobyl Diaries? Random. Because the other ones I picked before, Silent Hill, Revelation, Ghostbusters 2016, Blair Witch 2016, well, those were films that really pissed me off. This one, it's a bad movie. I don't like it. The last time I saw it was like 2012. But I don't know, it was it was there at the video store. It was like 50 cents to rent. I'm like, I don't remember much about this movie except a fucking bear, which I'll get to, but I figured it'd be fun to try one that I don't remember much about. So even if it makes one person smile, that's cool. So let's see. Three, two, one, pressing play. Warner Brothers, Alcon Entertainment, okay, Film Nation Entertainment. How many fucking low does this have? PWP, what was that stand for? Pussy Whipped Pansies? Okay, two women saying bye LA, so they're going to, I think, like Paris or something. And they'll be like the Eiffel Tower for more power. They're sleeping, which a lot of people did. I remember my friend Michael Keane Phantasm's review of this, where him and his lady saw this movie and a guy fell asleep in the back of the fucking theater, just snoring. It tends to do that to people here. Okay, no, they went to London. Oh no, this is the Eiffel Tower. And sometimes people get that mixed up. I have quite a few friends called Mike. There's Mike OCP Communications, and then there's Michael Keane, aka MLKKAEF Enterprises, and he has a video game channel called Phantasm with two S's. So Michael Keane saw this with his lady, and they hated it. I don't blame him. I saw this for free. It was still a ripoff. And I always keep thinking this is a found footage flick, and it starts off with them showing their footage, but then like the rest of the film, it's not found footage, but it's shot in such a found footage way because the camera's never still. This herky-jerky shit. It looks like someone just has one of those handy cams and just following them. And you have the downbeat ending, like 99% of found footage movies. So, and it's from what one of the writers and producers is the guy who directed the first Paranormal Activity. I think he did one called like Area 51 or something. He didn't direct this, but he produced and I think was one of the writers. So the general setup is like two brothers take their girls, they go to London. And then for some reason they decide to go to Chernobyl because that's a great place to take dates is fucking Chernobyl. And the characters, I mean, it's not much. Just trying to get on. One wants to pop the question, so he's going to die. It's like the cop who has 3 days till retirement, and they're ready to shout Mendoza. It's one of those things. So, yeah, if he's getting ready to be married, he's dead. But of course, a lot of these movies, everyone dies. Sorry for the clearing of my throat. I apologize. I know that's annoying, but even though this is not a found footage film, I talked about this when I did my ranting commentary on Blair Witch 2016. There's some I like. As Above, So Below, the original Blair Witch Project, Chronicle, The Tunnel. But man, a lot of them are really, really bad. And I think that's what intrigues me about those kind of movies is that for me, when they're good, for me, they're really good gems. And then when they're bad, they're so bad that it makes me want. They're kind of fascinating in how bad, almost like what the fuck, like. So it makes me want to see more of them. Just how bad is it? Like, jeez, that this seems like there's not a lot of just mediocre found footage movies. They're either like really good or really bad. At least in my case. But again, this is not a found footage movie. It looks like it. So we have the build up we're doing with these two characters, these two brothers, who have their two gals. You have these thugs speaking in Russian, ready for a fight to break out. This is where someone dies. It becomes a vigilante movie, but that's a different movie. Or maybe John McClane will come by and be like, I'm on vacation with his fucking son and make a shitty Die Hard movie. A good Die Hard I saw in the theater and I had fun because, ooh, a new Die Hard movie, but it did not hold up. It really didn't hold up, and that sucks because I love the first four Die Hard movies, but that fifth one, I was fooling myself into wanting to like it so badly because I didn't want to admit that it was a disappointing Die Hard movie. But not much happened with those Russian thugs. They just left, and now. I mean, I get they're trying to establish the characters, but I don't know. I mean, I've seen worse. I've seen much better. Maybe if the rest of the movie went well, I'd be okay with it. I mean, this is the least offensive part of the movie. I mean, I've seen much worse acting, I'll be honest, but. So this is where the one guy gets the idea, let's go with extreme tourism, and we're going to go to Chernobyl. Now, for those who are more knowledgeable on this than me with Chernobyl, is it still not safe there because of the radiation and stuff, or can you actually go to Chernobyl and not be dead? Now, I'll be honest, I can understand the appeal of going with a buddy and going to like an empty town or an abandoned hotel. Because I've seen some of those on YouTube where if you type up like abandoned mall, abandoned hotel, empty town, it's like like two or three people. They're just because it feels like you're alone and you're the only person on Earth and it's like the it's a not a modern, it's a urban form of archaeology in a way. It's you almost be like Indiana Jones, like investigating this abandoned place and what's there, and that's something I would love to do one day. But you know, don't want to do that alone. But I would love to do that one day, just to be with a friend and just visit some abandoned huge hotel and film it. That'd be great. Like I mentioned, Michael Keane, which him and his lady. If he's watching, hey, maybe one day you and me just you come on by, pick me up, and we just go to some abandoned town or hotel. I would love to do that. That'd be a lot. So I can understand the appeal of that, but Chernobyl. Oh, Chernobyl seems a very questionable place to go to. Now you have this guy named Yuri who's going to take him on the tour. He wasn't bad in the film. I think he was actually nice enough. He left a cool comment under Michael's video. He wasn't rude or mean or anything. He's like, I'm sorry you guys didn't like the film. So he was pretty cool. I give respect to that. So, I mean, the guy who plays Yuri, he's a very buff guy. And, he's not bad. Not bad at all. Just a bad script. uh, want do I call it direction with like the camera? At the end, if you don't want it found, why are you shooting it like a found footage? And now we got another couple, so we need to get more body count in the movie. That's really why. So instead of 5 with the tourist guy, it'd be 7. But Chernobyl could be a nice place for a horror movie because of the history it has, the disaster that happened. It could be an interesting place for a horror movie. You could create some atmosphere. Like maybe how about a group of adults that go in and clean the place up, a la Session 9, where those guys that go in and clean the asbestos. But maybe in Chernobyl, there's something you have to clean up, and then I don't know, maybe there's a monster there or something, or some kind of thing there because of the radiation. Although that's more of I know that's more of a 50s thing where radiation creates monsters when people are like, nah, that's not really the case. But I don't know. I mean, we always talk realism with these movies, but, in the back of our heads, we do know it's horror, sci-fi, whatever you want to categorize. I mean, this is horror, but it's not supposed to be realistic. I mean, most horror films we love, if we look at realism, they would be trashed. But, you either go with it or you don't. So a failed systems test, and one of the reactors became one with the air. He's explained the Chernobyl incident. So again, I understand the idea of making a horror film in Chernobyl, but the execution to me is what was wrong with it. Because it just made, shaky. Like, you're not filming it like, an actual movie. A lot of characters do really stupid things, which we'll see. I mean, just the idea of going to Chernobyl with your girlfriend's kind of a weird idea, but like obviously there's a military checkpoint. That's another thing. If there's a military checkpoint with guys with guns and red berets, yeah, not don't go in there. Just don't go in there. I mean, there's a reason why they got machine guns. There's a reason why you got red berets and say fuck it. Yeah, it's like, why would you want to go into a place where people are guarding it with machine guns? And there's like big warning signs everywhere. Warning Sign, that's a good movie from the 80s, 1985, I think. That's a movie that deserves a Blu-ray, Warning Sign. But yet this film has a fucking Blu-ray. Well, it's a newer film, but still. But Warning Sign, that should get a Blu-ray one day. There's maintenance going on. Thought you said this place was abandoned. It is unusual. Usually they let me know in advance there's something like this. If you're wondering, I got the subtitles on just to better understand what's going on with the plot. Because it's been a while since I've seen this. I mean, yeah, when this first came out, so 6 years. But I mean, yeah, maintenance. Yeah, they have a bunch of machine guns because of maintenance. That's like, hey, we gotta fix your fucking AC, so I'm gonna have a guy here with a gun. So if you try to get to the AC, we're gonna shoot you in the face. I remember my friend Michael King. He's like, they just fucking drive down the road. They're just a fucking gate with no one there. And here it is. It literally, by the movie, it looked like it took them a minute to get here, and there's just a gate with no one there. And also, when you find out what happens later, obviously these military guys, they have guns there because they know there's these people that live there in Chernobyl. These fucked up people. What's to stop them from leaving? Like this gate that no one is guarding. What's to stop them from just walking over into the fucking woods? Like what? I mean, what's to stop them from these houses that pass by just living in these fucking abandoned houses and doing what this guy did, just lift the gate up? I mean, what's to stop all these crazy fuckers from doing that? Again, it's like what's home to the workers and families of Chernobyl, my little city, little town. But yeah, I mean, my friend Michael does make a good point. Why the fuck, gate in the middle, no guards, no nothing. Let's go on this really bumpy road. That won't fuck up your car, your vehicle, so you're stranded in the middle of Chernobyl with guys with machine guns that could come up and fucking shoot you in the face. But again, I mean, if they don't do this stupid shit, there's no movie. But do you think maybe there's better ways to do it? Well, okay, like in the tunnel. Again, I know it's not found footage, but in the tunnel, uh, there's this. The tunnel's an Australian found footage movie. Again, I know it's not found footage this one, but I'm just saying they're going into these tunnels because there's people disappearing, homeless people disappearing, and they want the story. And then because of one character lying, the female uh, reporter, she tells the others, "Oh yeah, we got clearance, and we told them we would be down here." So like, okay, good. You said someone's down here, that we're down here, so if something happens, they'll come for us. But then because of what type of character she is, you find out she was lying. And Yuri played a joke. There's no, animals in the lake. There's some really fucked up fish. Well, Yuri, you just stuck your fucking hand in a lake with this fucked up fish. You don't worry about yourself getting infected. I'd be like, what the fuck is this fish? Okay, I just stuck my hand in water that could be infected with something. You're not worried about that? You're not freaked out about that? Like, fuck this, Just saying. There's something there. Just saying. And there's more fish in there. Fucked up fish. He says only recently have radiation levels gone down. I don't know if that's a true thing. I mean, I guess this sounds like a stupid question, but did they shoot this around Chernobyl? Because if they did, then obviously they're still alive. So, maybe I just didn't know if they really shot this in the real Chernobyl. Because I've never been to Chernobyl, so I don't know what the full facility looks like. Or they, because sometimes they say, "Oh, we're here," but then they find an approximation of it. Movie magic. It's weird that we have bumper cars there. Like they just, oh, do they have like a little fair there? All right, well, yeah, there's a carousel. So the workers at Chernobyl in this little town also had a fair, a carousel, right by a fucking nuclear power plant. Well, power plant. Well, nuclear. Okay, I wouldn't be anywhere if there's even a possibility of a Geiger counter being too high. That'd be far the fuck away. But I mean, I get the appeal of exploring and adventure, the exploration factor. That's why, again, there's a lot of these things on YouTube where people find like an abandoned cave or abandoned, they go on these little things out in the middle of nowhere. Here's this trailer in the middle of nowhere. Here's this little cove that's been abandoned. It's sort of the last example of exploration in your own country. And people make entire YouTube channels over that. I find that pretty fascinating. Again, if I had the money and the ability, I would love to do that. But I think there's also a little factor, like if you're driving down that way, what if your car breaks down? What if, you get a flat tire? What if, you're in the middle of nowhere? What if the cell phone reception isn't the best? Make sure you have enough water so that, you're not getting dehydrated. Enough of this. The movie itself, they're just sort of exploring. I mean, nice, natural locations, down and dirty of the dumps. That's what I mean. Like this facility and these locations are good. They're a good avenue for a horror film with the atmosphere, the lighting. But I don't know. I didn't just shooting it like a found footage, but yet not being found footage. Like if it was shot in the vein of Session 9, where they really shot that location perfectly, the mental asylum, to the point that was a creepy as hell location in Session 9, which sadly I don't think that location's around anymore. Because I know the guy who did Horror's Hallowed Grounds, I think he tried to go back one time and it was gone. Sean Clark. Which, whatever happened to Sean Clark? Like, those Dream Factory Blu-rays, they used to have a lot of Horror's Hallowed Grounds. Now they never do that anymore. I have no idea why. I mean, I wish there was a show, like a Horror's Hallowed Grounds show on, web show, YouTube show. I think that'd be great. Maybe Sean Clark, if he ever sees this, he should think about like hell, they do all these other fucking Kickstarters or indie donors for other more bullshit. I think that's one that people would actually be interested in. Okay, they find a dead animal. Oh, it must be starving. But yeah, that's the thing. Like, if there's a bunch of people living there, how do they survive? I guess they cannibalize each other when there's so, but yet there's so fucking many of them. And that's the thing. It seems like there's so many of them, but how the fuck do they still survive? Are there really a lot of people out here for them to take, and they get enough stupid tourists like this to come in and just grab them? Or again, do they cannibalize each other? Eat each other's nuts? I mean, I like peanuts, but I'm not going to literally eat someone's nuts. I'll just stick with regular peanuts. And we're like a third of the way done with the movie. I mean, this is only an hour and 25-minute movie with end credits. I think without the end credits, shave off like 5 minutes, so it's an hour and 20 minutes. So, yeah, we have less than an hour left. So, yeah, I'm guessing around about 55 minutes. He's talking about how people would go in here and take them and bring them to the black market, and how those guys were assholes because they were stealing shit, and then they want to realize, well, this shit's contaminated with radiation, so people would buy something and then later on get sick because they just bought something that was contaminated with radiation and got fucked over. Yeah, he says you can only go in the actual place with the radiation suits. So there's like a faraway shot of Chernobyl, but then there's like this little town nearby, which is safe enough. I don't know much shit about Chernobyl, so I don't know if anything he's saying is bullshit or not. I would like to think they would use a bit of, the truth. But I mean, movies are movies. There's a lot of times movies bullshit you. Yuri's got this, weird look in his eyes, like, okay, so there's something that says that someone's been there recently and he's hiding it. See, that's why he's like, we gotta get back to the van. Maybe you shouldn't brought him there in the first place, Yuri. Or, the people with the guns, they're like, this is unusual. Gee, maybe this, like, hey, let's not fucking do this today. Let's fucking go back and have an orgy and go have a bite to eat. Or go have a bite to eat, then have an orgy, and then fall asleep. I'm more down for that than Chernobyl, but just saying. I think one of these guys, I could be one, but I swear one of these guys is the guy from uh, Snakes on a Plane. But I could be wrong on that. Like the guy that Sam Jackson was hired to protect. Again, I could be wrong on that. But he reminds me of that guy. Oh, is this the scene with the bear? That's the one thing I remember about this. Well, two. A, the downbeat ending, and B, the bear. Yep, fucking bear. Fucking bear out of nowhere. Fucking jump scare of a bear. Fucking bear. Fucking Yodi bear and the goddamn thing. Trying to find his fucking boo boo. Even though, like, what's a bear doing here? Yeah, it's fucking bear. Like, that's the big. Well, I mean, other than this fake scare of his hand in the water, like, the big scary thing is a fucking bear. Hey, there you go, radiated. This bear is sick with radiation and now it's gone nutso. It's like man, this is a weird remake of that John Frankenheimer movie. What the fuck was it called? Prophecy? Man, this is a weird remake of Prophecy. That, weird, about the killer bear. I've been doing this for. And also, if you've been doing this for 5 years, he's been doing this for 5 years, right? And he's never noticed these crazy people in Chernobyl. Like he says he's been doing this for 5 years, but he's never noticed any of these crazy motherfuckers that look like there's 100 of them in Chernobyl. What the fuck? Like, seriously. Again, you've been doing this for 5 years and you don't notice any crazy people out here. Well, you must have been really lucky for those 5 years, or really I haven't seen this movie in a while. Maybe they'll be like, "Oh, I've never done this before. This is the first time," or something. Yeah, the shit's been chewed up and fucked up, so they can't leave. Wires been cut or chewed. So fucking hike out of there. It's daylight. Just run and hike out of there. Was it really that far away? Instead of just staying in the fucking vehicle. So pretty much Yuri is talking on a walkie-talkie, trying to get in contact with someone because they're stuck there, the car is fucked up, and they can't leave. The guy who plays Yuri, I have no problem with acting-wise. He's showing some emotion, regret in his eyes, and he's doing fine. And now it's nighttime. I don't know why. I mean, I guess they're like, well, we're together, we're in a vehicle. They're not thinking anyone is there, so that's why. And he has a walkie-talkie, a CB radio, so a walkie-talkie, so he's trying to get in touch. But okay, does he not have a cell phone? He just has a walkie-talkie. Also, you should like if you do these kind of things, what you should do is have someone that you can contact via phone, like a backup. Something fucks up, come here, and. Of course, they're all fighting with each other because you gotta have that. Everyone pissed off at each other. Fucking whining, fucking more whining. Should have maybe tried to hike out when it was daytime in a group. In the morning, you fix the van. How the fuck are you going to fix the van? If you can fix the van in the morning, why didn't you try to fix it before it was nighttime? So, just 12, 13 miles. He's like, no, not at night. Well, why didn't you fucking do it in the daytime then? You guys hike, you guys together, I'll stay and fix the van or something, or I don't know. Maybe when he did his, I don't know. I mean, again, this guy's been doing this for 5 years, and he must have just gotten lucky. Of course, they're hearing a baby. Just makes me want to watch the original Blair Witch Project, which I don't know. I do know. I think it's just a much better fucking movie from 1999, The Blair Witch. I know a lot of people don't like the film, but I do. So Yuri has a gun here, and he's ready to shoot himself in the face. No, not really. Okay, if you have a gun, why are you leaving the van and going outside in the fucking dark? Why don't you just stay in the van? Okay, we're all here, we're all safe, we're all together. Again, for Yuri, why the fuck are you leaving the fucking van when you have a gun? And so if someone comes up to you, oh, they're point blank, boom, in the head. And now the brother runs off like a fucking idiot. Yeah, let's not stay here with a group and, it's light on us. Let's go in the fucking dark. Again, that's what I mean. Stupid character decisions. This is really, 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 really get into the dumb character moments. This guy has a gun, let me fucking leave and be by myself. The brother, let me just fucking go off into the dark. So, of course, I hear gunfire. See, I'm trying to think, does Yuri come back or the brother? For some reason, I think it's Yuri, but now it's dark, so I'm sure some jump scare is going to try to come out. But it's like, why the fuck did you leave the fucking van when you got a gun? Someone comes up, boom. Hey, how about we each take, like, you guys sleep, and then I'll sleep, you have a gun, have two people awake the whole time. Hell, you have three people awake the whole time with how many people you have. I mean, there's better ways of doing it. Thanks the brother character. And, yeah, his leg's fucked up. I don't know. And they got Yuri, so I don't know if we'll see Yuri again. I don't remember. Again, I don't remember much about the shit. Yeah, I'm fucking yawning already. Just like back in the day, I don't feel tension or stares with this. Bunch of characters I don't really care much about. They're stuck in a car. Random things hitting their windows. Not sure what else to say. Sorry, it's not the most exciting commentary, folks, but it's not the most exciting movie, in my opinion. The car battery, of course, is dying, so it's getting dark. End credits roll up, just the end of the movie. Wow, this is a short movie. Wow. That'd be fucking hilarious if it did that. Just fades, credits. Nice gory effect. It was like you see a little bit of bone coming from the ankle area. And some nice practical makeup effects. I don't really get what's the point of turning the light off. They know you're fucking in there anyway, so it's not like we turn the light off. Oh, they they'll think we're not in here now. They already know you're in there. They're just pounding on your fucking door, windows countless times. It's not like a house where it's like, oh, you'll go over there and I'll be on the other side of the house. Daytime, daylight. Well, now that he's hurt, they're probably like, well, can't hike too much. Okay, they were dogs. I didn't even. Well, if I had, I'm sure if I had the volume up, I would have noticed they were dogs. But wait, if all they thought was dogs, why the fuck do they care that their light was off? Just turn the lights off. And even he goes with. He says there's other things out there. Sorry, I'm allergic to Moore's bullshit. And now, of course, everyone's leaving the fucking car and splitting up. Search for clues. Where's fucking Scooby Doo? So now they're going to look for Yuri, I guess. You're just wasting fucking time. I think Chris got attacked by dogs. Maybe a bear. There's something else. Yeah, it could be a bear. So you think just dogs and a bear? Okay. So then again, one later's like, turn the light off. Why the fuck do you care? It's not like dogs are like, oh, there's no light, don't care. Wasting motherfucking time. Sorry, now I'm just narrating the fucking movie. So they found the blood. Well, I guess yeah, I'm narrating the movie so that if you've never seen the film, you don't have to fucking watch it. Now they're got the bloody walkie-talkie. We have to see if he's alive. So go into the dark, death-looking tunnel where there's no body. His gun is gone. Either he ran into there for some reason, which he would have just ran to the van, or at least by now, or he got dragged. And this is not like, I mean, I understand you want to go back for your fellow man and see if the person's alright. That's the moral thing to do. I understand that. So, I mean, that's the thing is that in real life, would you go back to see if someone's alive with the moral thing? But of course, as an outside perspective, you're watching it as a movie, so you're like, just fucking leave. Because, this isn't happening in real life. So I guess that's sort of the conundrum of making these kind of movies. Is, you in real life, you maybe want to see if a human being is alive or dead. But, in movie world, you're like, just fucking leave. So again, that's sort of the conundrum. And, it's a hard thing to pick and choose and balance on what you should and shouldn't do within a script. So pretty much they've gone into this tunnel. They have this little like pool in the middle of this big room. Going to the dark corner, all three of them. So did they not have any flashlights or anything? So it's so fucking dark. It's like you're yawning again. I know this is build up suspense because what's gonna happen next. Yuri's not gonna make it by the end of the movie. Yeah, Yuri's dead as fuck. Can't see in the dim light, but it looked like he was torn to pieces. Getting so dark, can't see shit. Have these things called eyes. I would actually like to see fucking something. Was someone poking their head out or their dick out? So the two guys just left the girl there. Hurt my eyes. I can't see shit. You barely see her. Move it! Shit, lady. Crawl slower than a fucking slug. Go up and bash the fucker's head through the fucking door or something. Finally, she made it out of there. Don't shoot the gun until you know you're going to hit something because you don't have infinite ammo. Just saying. God, this movie's fucking boring. You know this commentary is boring, but this fucking movie's boring. Finally break the glass, they make it out of there, go through fucking trees, make it the fuck back finally. Okay, there's no way they're getting far with this guy's leg being fucked up. So they're leaving the one brother and his girlfriend in the van, and the other four are going to hike down the 12, 13 miles. And you already know, well, again, everyone dies there, but you know those two are dead in the van. But at least with this character, he's like, you know, I'm always getting him in the shit. He's always paying for it. He's blaming himself. At least you give him a little bit of something to the character that just made him a one-dimensional asshole. Okay, so there are dogs on the road, so that's why like 3 fucking dogs on the road. So I guess they're going to try to outrun the dogs. I just have a question: what would you do? Like, if you stay in the van, you're gonna be fucked. Because whatever was chasing them is going to kill them. And if you try to run, you're not going to outrun the dogs, so you're fucked. Although, really, what I would do is I would go back for the fucking gun. Let me borrow your gun. We're going to shoot some fucking dogs. Come at me and shoot the fucking dogs, and then go on the road. But, let me go back, get the gun. Bam, bam, bam. Shoot the fucking dogs. So they're looking through these abandoned car lot to see if they can get equipment to fix the van. Oh, okay. I haven't seen this in a while, but they find the materials, they get back to the car, and the brother's gone. And then they have to search for the brother. And the guy's like, I'm not leaving until I find my brother. Is that what it is? You know what? I'm going to pause this right now. I'm paused at 53 minutes and 12 seconds. I need to leave a piss. I'm not pissing my pants watching this fucking movie. God damn. Boring shit. Boring as fuck movie. Not much happening. It's been almost a fucking hour. And the best, like the thing that's happened is a fucking bear and some dogs. Bear and dogs. A bear dog. about that? How about the movie about a bear dog? A dog as big as a bear, or a bear as small as a dog. That make a more fucking interesting movie. To them. Yeah. I did shit. Fuck. That was chicken shit out. Chew that shit, Hudson. God damn. Fucking pain. Fuck out. I'm telling you, have a dog in shape, size of a bear, or a bear the size of a dog. Be better than this bullshit. If everything comes in threes, what's the three things that have fucking happened? A fucking bear, dogs, and some hidden creature thing. People make fun of the Blair Witch Project. More shit happened the hour of that. Figure out where the fuck I put my controller now. The hell did I put my controller? I dropped the shit. Yeah, I did. Dropped it on his face. Just like this movie can be dropped on its fucking face. Okay. So we're at. They're looking for parts. This guy is. The one brother is obsessed because there's a bunch of bullet holes in this vehicle and things were shooting from the inside out. So I'm going to pause at 3, 2, 1, now. 53 minutes and 15 seconds, 16, 17. For those who are trying to be in sync at home, if anybody. I thought you were looking for car parts or trying to get the fuck out of there. Fuck this vehicle. What are you doing? Like, what are you trying to do? Trying to get laid with the hidden woman behind the fucking tarp? You have a cheap jump scare with a loud noise. Something almost fell on her. They find a gun, but no bullets. It's broken. Wow, they found a flashlight. I don't know why you guys didn't have flashlights in the first place. A piece of a guard uniform. Great. Thank God we had that whole scene just to find that. Well, they found parts for the vehicle. So they're at the parts, they're trying to head back, and now there's more dogs. This movie's more about fucking dogs than anything. I was kidding about, is this a wannabe remake of Prophecy with John Frankenheimer's movie? Maybe it's a wannabe remake of that fucking movie called Dogs. So that's why the dogs went crazy. They're radiated. Chernobyl dogs. Now they're on this shitty rickety bridge. Move it! You dumbass. 2 people fell off the bridge because she's a dumbass. The dogs are not even going anywhere. They're just sitting there looking at your stupidity. Like, the dogs haven't gone on the bridge once, and now this guy's getting pulled under by something, and now they're trying. Now they're getting out. But his leg was bit. Yeah, the dogs haven't done one fucking thing. You could have taken your time on the bridge. Fucking Jesus. Yeah, this movie's pretty much 2/3 done. Now it's all of a sudden dark already. Did they really go that far to get those fucking cables? Didn't seem like it. I think we saw someone on the road pass by. Which I like the idea of that. Like, some people talk, and all of a sudden you see like a little thing pass by to give people a creep factor. Again, did it really take that long for them to fuck around in the daytime and do that and then come back until it's nighttime? Or is this like there's only like 3 hours of daytime here? So they get to the place and it looks like it's been fucking flipped over and the brother's gone. See, the brother's gone. They get the cable. Maybe this is where like we don't see the brother again. I'm not sure. See, I told you, engagement ring. He's going to die. Just like, hey, he's a cop. He's 3 days from retirement. And it's pretty much showing the footage of the van being flipped over. So like even within the movie, there's like little found footage aspects at the beginning of the film, this part of the film. I mean, with a lot of horror films today, well, I guess it's all subjective and your own point of view, but I don't know. I miss fun horror movies like Leviathan, Tremors, the Blob remake from 1988, and I don't know. My brain's just floating away in the wind. They're pretty. We gotta find him, so we can't leave. It seems like these people don't really attack much in the daytime. They only attack at night, which is probably why they should have tried to leave. Well, I mean, I don't care anymore. I fucking don't care. I don't even know if I'll upload this fucking video. It's so goddamn boring because this fucking movie's boring. Just them running. He's chasing some fucking thing. See blood. Bloody handprint. And yeah, I don't know if we do see his brother again. We might not. But I mean, like, so many horror films you can guess that's going to have a downbeat ending. And you'd be right a good chunk of the time. So it's like, when you can guess that right off the bat, to me it loses the suspense. Whether it be a fucking Ouija type of movie, or a found footage type of movie, or this kind of movie. And you already know 9 times out of 10 it's going to be a downbeat or depressing or sequel bait type of a little bit of downbeat ending. It's like, whether it be Insidious, whether it be even the first Conjuring film, and whether it be Ouija type of movies, whether it be again movies like this, whether it be whatever the fuck. I'm trying to think of movies that came out this year. Get Out was an exception. I liked Get Out. Like horror movies. I guess even I love the Blah remake, but even that had a little bit of sequel bait ending. But there's not many movies where they just have an ending horror wise. It's always got to be a little bit extra something. And how many times has that actually worked out that people are like, I love that extra something? When you could have just ended the story, and to me, the downer ending is the more cliche ending nowadays. So they ran, and it's shaky cam, is dim lighting, and you can't tell what the fuck's going on. And I think they found the brother's girlfriend, and then some map. What is this, Resident Evil? Use your map. Silent Hill. Again, if you're not gonna make it found footage, then why are you shooting it like a found footage movie? Like so herky jerky like. Of course, I'm not leaving without my brother. I can't leave. You know he's alive. Don't say that. Let's have some fighting. Let's have some more infighting. Bitching, moaning, crying, butching, moaning. What's also, I mean, it seems like these brother characters are the main characters in the movie. And like one's gone, the others feels guilty of that because he took them out there. But he's not the last person we see in the movie. It's the guy's girlfriend, which has a lot less development of any kind. Like even the brother character, at least, is a little bit of feeling guilty. They took his brother out, and that his brother might be dead. But he's not the last person in the movie. Like, wouldn't that make sense storyline wise, like script writing wise? No, the girlfriend character that we have nothing other than girlfriend. How else do you describe her? Personality wise, characteristics wise, anything wise, other than that's the girlfriend of the one of the brothers, and that's the last person. Like, why? Because it's a woman. I'm being honest. A legitimate question. Okay, if you see a little girl in the middle of a fucking Chernobyl, why are you walking up to it? Once again, stupid character things. Um, if I see a little girl in the middle of the fucking Chernobyl at nighttime, I'm running. And I'm saying, fuck this, I'm running the other way, not walking up to it. You dumbass. Crow's making them pay attention to this so that they take someone right around now. And she just dread the other, the missing brother's girlfriend. I think that was her. I think so. Yeah. Because you have the one couple, like the girl of the one couple. I don't know if she like okay, she fell in the water and took her boyfriend in, and he got bit in the leg. And then the guy's like, okay, that's a guard. I guess one of the few guards that was at that one outpost. So I don't know. Maybe the military thought there was something here, but not enough to. Oh, let's put some guards here, and maybe now they're finding out there's something more to it. I don't know. Because why aren't they here now with machine guns just destroying everything, destroying the whole fucking place? Just coming in and shooting everything and everybody. That's the thing, if the military does know, if that's part of the plot, come in with guns ablazing and shoot everything. Bam, 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 bam. You got tons of machine guns. Sweep everything, sweep the area. Come up with some fucking story. There's no one around, you fucking bury them in a fucking pit or something. You know, just saying. I mean, we're pretty much getting to kind of the finale of the movie because if you take off the end credits, it's probably 11, 12 minutes left. Just enough to take out, what, you have 4 people left? And there's just nothing to these scenes. They're just herky-jerky camera work, dim lighting so it's hard to see and hard to tell what's going on. Of course, the director doesn't want to give us a full look at what's chasing them. Does they feel it's scarier if you don't see what they are? But then you have such dim lighting and herky-jerky. It's just like, what? Huh? What? What? You know, that kind of thing. And then the guy had just been taken. I didn't really get that. Like, why the fuck didn't he go in the door faster and whatever? He just gets taken. It's not even like a slasher film. Like, oh wow, what a cool death scene, or what a great makeup effect with that death scene. It's just like, okay, he's dragged away. With stuff like the original Blair Witch Project, I actually care about the 3 characters. And because there was only 3 characters, it wasn't a body count movie. It was more like the slow build up with this atmosphere and dread. Well, here it's just, yeah, I think you don't see the brother character ever again. Now that I think about it, because we're here, unless we come across his body randomly. But it's just these 3 characters left. I mean, like the locations they're shooting are just narrow, plain walled locations. Looks like everything's made of stone. It's not like, oh wow, like, okay, like the way it's shot and lit, it's not like utilizing any creep factor of the locations. We have a place where there's tons of medical equipment. So are they testing these survivors of Chernobyl? Is that what they're doing? That's why they don't shoot them all? But then why wouldn't there be anybody there now? Do they clear out at night? But no, I don't know. Fucking cares. Who fucking cares? Gives a shit. I don't know, like there's just not much suspense building, tension, action, anything with the characters. Can't see shit. Literally can't see shit. But I thought they were going to do something with the light being off, like they turn the light on. Oh shit, there's a monster there or something. But no, they didn't really do anything with that. Just the light was off, and now she turned it on. They continued down the steps. Yeah, they didn't really do much with that. I guess that was their attempt at suspense building. I don't know. This must be where they were living. Why do you think that? Just because there's junk? There was junk fucking everywhere. They find the wedding ring, but the engagement ring, but they don't find the brother. I mean, obviously the brother was taken there and killed or eaten, whatever the fuck, but you don't see the body. Just something lunges them, then they go up this ladder. Yeah, she's gonna be dragged down from the ladder. She'll be dead here. Reminds me a little bit of this other piece of shit movie I saw recently, The Pyramid. Someone get dragged down the ladder. Yep, now there's two. And you can barely see shit. I'm sorry, my eyes are not infrared. They do not have night vision embedded into eye sockets. At least not yet. I don't even know what the hell like this gets on IMDb or something. I'm kind of curious now. Might have to look that up. Like, what does this get on IMDb? And is there any trivia? They climbed up. You know, the guy's crying. She's like, we can still find them, but she knows she's full of shit. That'd be funny if this was just like April Fools, and there's just a whole joke. 17% of Rotten Tomatoes. I can see why. And I did something got in this guy's eyes. Did I fucking miss that? What did I literally I looked away and I missed what? You know, this guy's like everything's blurry. Has a 5.0 on IMDb. So they find the dead body of one person. Doesn't look like she was torn apart or really anything. Just so I guess they recognize that extremely high radiation levels are causing their skin to blister. So he's getting radiation damage. Okay. Pretty much they're getting a tat now. A really shady cam, herky-jerky cam. I'm just reading on Wikipedia, which reveals I guess, the plot. Several doctors in protective hazmat suits inform her that she is in a hospital and they will help her. The doctors reveal that the creatures were escaped patients, and after realizing that Amanda knows too much, she is then forced into a dark cell and is swarmed by the recaptured patients. Why do you capture these patients in the first place instead of just shooting them? What the fuck? Why not? So the military, they're saying stop. He's blinded, so he don't know what the fuck he's doing. And he gets shot, of course. And just the girl left. Okay, what the fuck? Everything's black now. Oh yeah, okay, this is where they explain. Yeah, they're patients, and you know too much. Patients victim of radiation, they escaped. Of course, whenever anyone's asking, anyone else know you're here? You know you're fucked, especially when you say no. Pretty much in subtitles, we can't let her go. She's seen them. They've gotten all their patients back, and I don't know what they're doing with these patients. Like, what the fuck the point is? Studying radiation, I guess. I guess. So they were looking for these patients, but there was like no one in the fucking town, especially during the daytime, like searching room to room for these patients. Why? Like, how come they never saw any doctors, anybody searching these patients until that last bit there, and but like maybe in the daytime where you could see more. What did they kill? Like, where did they? Where did they escape from? And then they ran to this town, or she gets grabbed. They close the door. Fuck this movie. Even though one with the patients, like, what the fuck? Like, wait a minute. Like, the other doctors there, did they kill those doctors? Did they eat those doctors? I mean, I guess that fucking answered my question of how do they survive? Were their patients uh, tested on them for what? Some stupid reason. I don't know what the fuck the reason would be. Oren Peli first thought of the idea for his story when he saw a photo blog posted by a girl traveling through Pripyat on a motorcycle. The film was shot on location in Hungary and Serbia. Real Ukrainian tours to Pripyat and Chernobyl can be booked online for under $100. Okay, so there are tours of that. Not screened in advance for critics. Gee, I fucking wonder why. He strongly defends this movie against claims it was insensitive to devastating disasters, saying, I found it very sad and fascinating and eerie and creepy. I thought it would be a great setting for a scary horror film. It was never our intention to offend anyone. I believe that, but it wasn't scary or unsettling or creepy. Really shitty. Let's see, how much did this film cost? It cost $1 million. Probably less than that. How much did it make? Seriously, $37 million? Really? How much did it make in the US? It made 18 million in the US, 19 foreign, so $37 million. Well, even 18 million on a $1 million budget, that's still a hit, so I'm fucking surprised they didn't do a Chernobyl Diaries too. I'm shocked, actually. The website's consensus is despite an interesting premise and spooky atmosphere, its Chernobyl Diaries is mostly short in suspense and originality. Critics at Spill.com acknowledged the filmmaker's attempts to create a chilling atmosphere, but criticized the film's shallow characters, numerous cliches, and failure to deliver even the most basic special effects. Mark Olson, a critic from the LA Times, said the lack of suspense and surprise in this rote film becomes its own form of contamination. Yeah, there's no suspense or surprise. There's a positive review from Frank Scheck of the Hollywood Reporter who said, a basic monster movie that benefits greatly from its unique setting, which they don't do much with. Chernobyl Diaries again demonstrates Oren Peli's ability to rest steers with minimal production values and clever premise. Oren Peli didn't direct the fucking movie. This guy named Brad Parker did. He just produced it and was one of the 3 writers. He didn't direct the film, though. Who the fuck is Brad Parker? I don't know who the hell Brad Parker is. But yeah, now we're getting to the end credits. Probably have like a minute left of that. CG artists. Well, I don't know what more I could say. Yes, I don't even know if I'll upload this fucking commentary because didn't really say much. Of course, there's not much to say about this fucking movie, but still fun bagging on it just because, you know, predictable, lame, downbeat ending. I can buy the someone said the shallow characters. Yeah, the no suspense, no surprises. You know, a third of the film, what you remember is a fucking bear. The second third of the film is fucking dogs, and then the third is just this dimly lit, shaky cam chase scene where one person grabbed, and a second person grabbed, and a third person shot, and then a fourth person stuck into a fucking thing for some stupid I plot subplot about patients being, having escaped. So yeah, again, I'm surprised there's no direct-to-video sequel to this. Should be glad. Fuck this movie. Fucking sucks ass. Well, what more can I say? Thanks for watching. Take care. And we'll see you guys later. Bye bye.